أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين Amen. I'd like to give honor and praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'd like to thank him for sending his prophets and messengers, especially the prophet and messenger he sent to us, Prophet Noble Drew Ali alayhi wasallam, and his forerunner, the Honorable Marcus Garvey, and his comforter, right here in Baltimore, Mr. Timothy Dingle-El-Noble Drew Ali alayhi wasallam, the rightful and true long-range successor and the rational legal prophet and the comforter to the prophetic team of Noble Drew Ali and the Honorable John the Baptist. May Allah Ta'ala be pleased with them and raise them to high rank in Jannat al-Firdaus. Ameen. I'd like to talk to you more a little bit today, just a little bit, as I posted that I was returning to the Moorish Science Temple of America after the resurrection, the now resurrection, Moorish Science Temple of America, after a 19-year-long self-imposed political exile. Okay, I left the temple 19 years ago. Well, it'll be 20 years this summer, but 19 years ago, because of brothers not doing their job, and nobody would listen. Everybody wants to do what they want to do. You understand? And I don't associate with people who don't obey the law, don't listen, and don't hear and obey the prophet. See, that's failure. And a lot of brothers, they just want to do what they want to do. They want to do what they want to do, and they don't want to deal with their feelings. In the right way. This is the Moorish Science Temple of America. We have to deal with mental slavery, alleviation. See, that's why so many problems, because nobody really working on themselves. See, and really, these programs are not even set up in the Moorish Science Temple of America. We need to set up programs of discipline and character building and these sort of things. But the thing is, you can't get things off the ground because people will shoot you down. See, there's a such thing as temple diseases. The temple is the heart of the Moorish American nation and or society, right? And the Moorish American nation has diseases of the heart. Just like in Islam, you got lessons on the diseases of the heart, right? The Moorish Science Temple of America suffer from diseases of the heart. You got a lot of brothers who they know education is, those who really know this law, this philosophy, this doctrine, right? They know that these guys are supposed to be, these guys are admired. They're admired and they're exalted, and really they're supposed to be in the forefront. They're supposed to be in charge. Okay, they're supposed to be help formulating policies and ways and means and strategies of action to carry out programs to make it a better movement. And a lot of guys, they want that position. They want to be the man. They want to be seen and everything. And so when I went to this temple, the station up in Icon Weekend, is the auditorium up there in Park Heights area of Baltimore. They, by some special arrangement, I guess, they using the auditorium up at Park Icon Weekend. It's a drug rehab facility, nice, clean, and everything though, in the Park Heights area of the city of Baltimore. And oh man, I was enthusiastic. I was upbeat. I said, "Oh snap, I can get some things done there. I can get some of my offices legalized. Legitimated, so I can take off. Launch some things." Didn't happen. These guys, well, the chairman. We had we talked about some concepts in the law that I thought just didn't sound right, and we just that's what scientists do. We discuss things to get to the bottom of things, And, the conversation we have is just between you and I. But no, he took it behind the altar and threw it out to the public. Right. And he used temple and altar protocol. Temple and altar protocol is that when the speaker is behind the altar talking, you can't say anything. But check this out. He's gonna have a more or less private conversation that me and him have. He's gonna take it to the public behind the altar and address it. Really turn it down and expect me not to say anything. He used it. See, that's what they call beating up on the master. See, he addressed something that we talked about in private, and he brought it across the altar. Then he pinned me down with temple protocol, so he could beat me over the head with it. See, with his version of what we talked about. You understand? It's a disrespect. It's a disrespect to not only to the discursivity, the discussants of this particular discursivity, but it is a gross violation of the altar. He defiled the altar. See, you don't know that. See, he defiled the altar. He caused confusion. In Islam, it's called fitna. Fitna. Another form it might be fitnatawa. You understand me? Tumultuousness and confusion. It's a very bad thing in Islam, and it's in the divine constitution and bylaws of the Most High Temple of America. This organization of the Most High Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government. ETC. But he disrupted the salim, the peace of the situation when he tried to use protocol, temple altar protocol to pin me down while he disrespect my intelligence and the temple's sanctity, right? So I let him have it. I told I told brothers sisters all the time that altar's holy. Really. The dais, the minbar. In Islam, it's called the minbar, right? That minbar is holy. You can't say anything up on that minbar. And in temples, the more science case version, you can't say anything across that altar. It's holy. You can't utter falsehoods, right? Emotional laden opinionations between those flags over to the public, that altar. Curse yourself. You get in trouble, and they don't see it. See, peace blew up in there. I wasn't having it. See, I knew what was up. See, I've been doing this for years. I've been going through this mess for years with these so-called alleged more scientists. More teachers, they're hard-headed, and they won't say they don't have a communicative, competent discussion, right? I make a point, you make a point, you make a point, I listen, you talk, I listen, make a point, okay, my turn, I talk, you listen, make a point, okay, now it's your turn. They won't go through that. See, the channel of communication is blocked because of emotionalisms, right? There's something called the theory of communicative competence, right? By Jürgen Habermas, right? Extraordinary. This channel of communication has to be cleared. The channel of communication gets clogged, in a discursivity. When two people are having a discussion, it gets clogged with emotionalism, which really result of disingenuousness, dishonesty. You understand? When two people are talking and everything, you get a good idea of their level of personal integrity. What kind of person they are, characteristically, you know what I mean? And somebody lying and they got emotional, they're trying to dominate the conversation, they got a problem with themselves, And this situation here with this chairman, right, he brought what we talked about over the altar. He just gave his version. That's what he called done. See, he used the altar. He used temple protocol to dominate the conversation. See, it's personal indication of his personal integrity. See, he really didn't like. This is the thing about us. Probably it's a color. He's tall and I'm short, and he's dark skinned. I'm light skinned. That's a combination. Those are factors in our relationships. You know, as it relates to Willie Lynch syndrome, i.e., mental slavery, processes, aspects, characteristics. You understand? A lot of these brothers they hard headed and they won't listen because when they finally realize that they're dealing with somebody who knows this demonstration, right? Then they get taken aback. But some are so subtle about it, you can't even tell. You can't even tell, but it's difficult to fool me because I can see it in the I can see it in the eyes. The eyes are the windows of the soul. Plus, you know what? I'm Taurus. I'm born a sign. Taurus, we rule the senses. I can smell you. Okay. I can smell you like a hound dog. I can smell your soul. I can smell your rotten hearts. I can smell your diseased hearts, minds, bodies, and souls. See? He who knows himself knows what? The illusions of the world. You understand me? Know of things that will not pass away. You understand? You ask me what to study, I will say yourself. You come back after you have studied well yourself and come back and ask me again, I will tell you, study yourselves. See? And it begins, the key to happiness in life is being yourself. You understand? But first you have to know yourself. And it begins with your sign. See? Here's a Cancer. Phew. They really bad, quote unquote, bad luck for me. They tear down people. They bring you down in their negative state. Cancers in their negative state are argumentative. They rule emotions and the secrets of the heart. You know what I'm saying? When their heart ain't right, they ain't right. Cancers. When their heart is troubled, they troubled. The heart is the center of their emotional being. Their heart ain't right, they ain't right. Like if the prophet ain't right, the temple ain't right. The prophet is the heart of the temple. The temple is the heart of the nation. You understand me? Alf, the Moor Sign Temple have diseases, right? We call them temple diseases. And most temples have this kind of situation that I was involved in. This temple had what we call tear-downitis. Tear down, tear downitis. Brother, an example is a brother get up or sister get up and demonstrate and put something across to the congregation, right? Okay, alhamdulillah, wonderful. As her time is up, she sits down. Then another sister brother get up and tear down, rather than piggybacking off of what she said and building it up and extending the learning. You understand? That's what we do. We extend the learning and propagation. You understand? We extend the learning. But you don't get up and tear people's stuff down. You're wasting time. You're actually murdering organic information. See. They don't see it that way. But yeah, you're not building up. You're tearing down. And guess what? Your brother, your sister, building blocks of thought. When you sit up there and talk and demonstrate, you're building, these are called building blocks of thought. You're building up data, right? You're dealing with what they call the process of information. You put something out there and you build upon it, you make people understand it, right? By going full circle with it, connecting all the dots, closing all the gates, boom, stabbing. Oh, that's what the brother was talking about. Oh, I learned something tonight. See. But you don't tear down a brother sister demonstration. You if it's something that you disagree with, or a sister or brother may have said something that may be heard, you correct that in the most beautiful way possible according to the Quran. This is what Muslims do. See. This is what Muslims do. See, a lot of Moorish Americans are not Muslims. They don't even study Islam. They don't even have their Quran, the central supreme high law book, right? Kitab on the altar. You understand? I've been questioning these for years. And I just get shot down and all that. And even get threatened physically. You know what I mean? Don't threaten me physically. You understand me? Don't threaten us physically, because I'm not by myself, brother. Dumb brother, dumb sister. You understand? I know what time it is in this organization. As a matter of fact, I know what time it is in Islam all over the world. See? Don't you fool with me, see? The man come with a sidearm. You understand that book? Understand that book thoroughly. Alhamdulillah. You understand me? I believe in guns. We are for peace and not destruction. Right? And we stand for the specific grand principles of love, truth, peace, and freedom. But when these principles are violated, justice then must take its course. See? And that's my attribute. Abdul al-Adil, see, servant of the justice side of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I believe in guns. I believe in military action as a matter of defense that can call, in action. I know where the lever's at. I know where some of the buttons are, right? Don't fool with me. Don't mess with me. Don't violate my principles, right, to that point. Because I believe in guns. I believe in guns. I believe in self-defense. I believe in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice applied with guns, if necessary. Okay? I need to tell you all, this is serious. We're here to redeem our people from their sinful ways, right? We're here to redeem our people from mental slavery, right? Mental slavery, physical slavery, social, political, economic slavery. You understand? Noble Drew Al-I, Timothy Dingle-El-Noble Drew Al-I, alayhi wasallam, he believed in separation. Read the book. They call it colonization. But he believed in separation. It's time for us to get away from these folks and stop playing. That's why I don't have no time. I don't have time for you fakes. For you scared ones. You cowards. Right? You cowards out there, you cowardly wolves in courageous sheep's clothing. Moorish American Muslims. Especially Al-Qiyamah, of the Al-Qiyamah faction. Is more Zion Temple of America. The resurrectors. You understand me? That's why, I showed up there demanding my refund, equipped. Okay. And I had some hidden powers that I could have called, you understand me, in as a matter of defense. If I thought it got a little too heavy for me. You understand? This is real. You understand me? This organization ain't to be played with, especially by those of us who know more science. We will die for this thing, man. We know what it is. And it's just too bad you all don't. That's playing around. See, we had prophets come to us, man. That's serious. See, that's serious. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful blessing. And check this out. It's a dreadful curse as well, because you don't obey your prophet, you lose. You be counted among al-Zalimeen, Mushrikeen. Al-Zalimeen wa Mushrikeen. You understand me? Criminals, rebels, and idolaters, right? These are bad. This is bad in Islam, to be counted among Zalimeen, Mushrik. Mushrikeen, idolaters, criminals, rebels against God. You understand? You get placed down there with Shaitan, Irajim. It's really bad. It's too bad y'all, you don't study Islam in conjunction with the Prophet's teaching, because it's in there. You understand me? I'm writing a book on that. You understand me? I can't reveal too much. You understand me? Allah Ta'ala gave me these demonstrations of mine. Serving is worthy of his hire. You understand me? I ain't gonna charge you too much for it. It's gonna be very affordable. You understand me? That's what good teachers do. We educate. We enlighten. You understand me? We explicate. You understand me? And propagate. You understand me? And extenuate. You understand me? The learning. We don't tear other people's demonstration down. We build it up. We are builders. Up on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. See, Demonstrating tear down on. That's why you talking about on all the time. That's the tore down on. See, there's a torn down on, and there's a built up on. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. See, the love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice let you know who's built up on. See, Noble Drali Alehi Wasallam came to build us up on. Build us up on. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. See, the built up on is Al-Islam. See, and if your heart wasn't so diseased, brothers like me, you listen to people like me. See, that's why you be up here with us. The true Moors, high above, on the pinnacle, where we view you destructionists. You understand me? As you hurl yourselves down by your own, you understand me? Your own actions. Caveat emptor is serious. Caveat emptor, is the foundation of the resurrection. It's the foundation of what's going on right now. The caveat emptor. You understand me? The true Moors are high above on the pinnacle. What's the pinnacle? It's the tip top. The highest. The highest plateau in the movement is the Holy Quran. It's on Form 1099 and the White Stone. The Moorish American Nationality Identity Card. The man declared you a Muslim under the divine laws of the Holy Quran of Mecca. The movement, the temple is established, you understand me, derives its power and authority from the Holy Quran of Mecca. Why is it not on the altar in those temples? Huh? That's why these guys, these diseased ones that be in these temples, they create a situation so brothers like me can get put out. See, it's a cover up. See, they don't want people to know they're wrong. They don't want people to know they're a bunch of falsehoods. Yukazibun, those who traffic in falsehood. Yukazibin, you understand me? These who traffic in falsehood. Yukazibun, those who traffic in falsehoods, in misunderstanding, confusion, you understand? Because they don't know this doctrine. They are not fortified by the impregnable doctrine built up on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So they will not follow a prophet to a destiny that is not unknown, nor uncertain. See. But we will. I will. You understand me? I've got to a point in this demonstration I'm ready to go. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. See. La ilaha illallah anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. See. I bear witness that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his servant and messenger. See. And Noble Drali brought built up on love, truth, peace, freedom, justice to us. See. And he gonna say, well, one of the guys there say, well, look, you stay where you at. When I demanded a refund. You stay where you at. He didn't say that until I demanded a refund. See, that's what it's about. It's about the money. See. But they're going, according to, the doctrine and a lot of hadith and everything, they're going to hell. They're going to what's called Jahannam. They're going to hear about that on Yawma Kiyama, Day of Judgment. Messing with me, messing with that thing, messing with, this movement. This is a holy demonstration. See, a lot of them don't know it, see. Because they're Christians, man, at heart, right? But I told him, and when he said, well, you stay where you at, I said, look, y'all ain't up here. Y'all ain't up here. I told him, y'all ain't up, I said, stay where I'm at. I said, look, look, if I wasn't so upset, I'd laugh in your face. I said, let me tell you something, man, y'all ain't up here. Y'all ain't up here. Y'all ain't up here. What you mean up here? You know what the heck I'm talking about. When I first met him, I was talking about carrying him to her in the pinnacle level. You understand? What Moors are on the pinnacle level. You understand? That's what I want to tell you, brothers. You got to watch out. You got to Keep the prophet up front. See, because the fire is here. See, all them brothers and sisters ran out in front of the prophet, thought they were doing something slick, right? Look nice, look pretty, got uniform and all that, but you're in front of the prophet. You're gonna get burnt. You don't get back behind the prophet. You don't believe it? Okay. Be like these Moors that got the diseases of the hearts, and these fools run around here making the Moors look bad. These paper crooks. See, we're gonna lock them up. If that don't work, then we're gonna send them to the angels of destruction. We're gonna send the angels of destruction after them. Ain't gonna be go whining to Rome about you. You know you're wrong. You understand me? We're gonna call you to court. You don't come to court. We're gonna try you as abstentia. You understand me? You get tried as substantia, more likely it's gonna be capital. It's gonna be a capital offense. You're showing double whammy. You ain't got no respect for the prophet. You ain't got no respect for the movement and the purpose of the movement, and you ain't got no respect for the divine court of the movement, the Islamic justice court of the movement. You understand me? So it's going to be it may, very well be a capital sentence. You understand me? If you don't show up at this court when it's set up. Okay. I'd be glad when the eyes wide open more start coming up in here. Because they ain't going to be playing. See, they can be thinking and talking just like me. See. Only thing they just might be a little quick on the drawing the tools, of the workshop of the mind. You got all kinds of tools in the workshop of the mind. You understand? Got Glock 40 is a tool. You understand? AK-47 is a tool. You understand? Heckle and Koch MP5, that's a tool. You understand? You understand me? That shiny blue steel scimitar, alloy. They make a scimitar now. It's so light, man, it's as light as a feather. They swing that thing, but it's steel is chop through other steel with that thing, man. Scimitars. I seen the blue steel scimitars, man. You hit with that thing, man. Whatever they hit with that thing is coming off. I want to get hit with that. But this was going to happen because a lot of us are just a lot of us just hard-headed, man. We just don't believe. We like I was talking about this before. Puppies pooping in the house. You understand? They ain't gonna learn until you rub their nose in it, spank their little hind paws, and put them outside in the rain. Right? That's the only time they're gonna learn something. See, probably even talk about that. See, our people ain't gonna do nothing unless they're at the point of a sword. So that's why I drew the sword. I drew the sword. I drew the sword on the 40th anniversary of the publication of the Resurrection Book, Al-Qiyamah. I officially drawn the sword. You understand me? Because we ain't playing any longer. Okay? That's what I want to talk to the brothers about. I just want to tell you that, the temple that I thought was, I was really happy. Right? I was really enthusiastic. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was giving me energy, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't right. And Allah is so wonderful, He let me be myself. He do I really want to do. I really feel good when I'm doing His work. I wanted to be a lawyer one time, right? I wanted to be a professional truck driver, right? Then I wanted to be a professional gangster. I wanted to be a big time dope boy. You know what I mean? Running with the Guineas and the Colombians and the Cubano Brotherhood of the Night. Fraternidad de la Noche. The Brotherhood of the Night. You know what I mean? And none of that stuff worked out because Allah Ta'ala don't want me to do none of that kind of stuff. Save me from the fire. If I, made it as a bad person, This is what He wants me to do. I am a Moorish American professor, right? I am a major exegete, more science exegete, okay? And it's just too bad people don't, have these diseases. And really, create evils in their own mind. They're not really doing really no harm to me. You know, I, you know, you stay where you at, stay where I'm at. You know what I mean? They ain't up here. You ain't up here. You stay with, what you, cause of you hurled yourself downward by your own works. You got one of the brightest minds in the Moorish Science Temple of America movement who has left your temple. You understand? Y'all don't know nothing, man. Relatively speaking, y'all don't know nothing. You're a bunch of church folks, man. You're a churcher. You understand me? And you should see some of the sublets of a churcher. Coward is one of them. Disobedience is another one. You understand me? And munafiq, hypocrisy. That's really bad in Islam. Munafiq is one of them. You understand? It's really six main ones under churcher. The term churcher in the Moorish Science Temple of America. These storefront church people. You understand me? Not building a darn thing. You understand me? Handing out hand-me-down clothes and salty snacks and hot dogs and hamburgers and hand-me-down clothes, doing in the neighborhood. Like that's something. It's nothing compared to what we're supposed to be doing. Right, what we're supposed to be building. That's not being industrious. Right, that's just being a little active, a little participatory. That's not industrious. Okay, it's not industry. Right. The industrious acts of the Muslims of Northwest. You understand me? These are the founders of what? Morocco, Tunis, Tripoli, Algiers. These were kingdoms and nation states. You understand me? With their own systems, health systems. You understand me? Security systems. You understand me? Education systems. You understand? See, this is industry. You understand? Building industries. You understand? Oil, gas, mining. See, these are industries. See? Hot dogs and hamburgers and hand-me-down clothes. You understand? This is what the Christians do. We don't do that. We are builders. We are descendants of builders. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. That's a powerful, powerful saying. It's very scientific. It runs the gamut of hematology, genealogy, you understand? It's extraordinary. You understand? That's a powerful saying. It's an absolutely